as a freelance writer, I have a lot of different clients that I work with. Some are very short term, some I know will come around every month. With a submission tracker, you can organize things into different categories and have it all on one Excel spreadsheet. It's also recommended that you have maybe 3 things per day that you want to get done for that day. And then you can have 3 tasks that you want for the week. So if you look at writing as a business, this way of organizing your day with just the 3 short-term, 3 perhaps week, even 3 tasks for the next 3 months or 6 months. And that way you can know what you need to be working on at the time without ignoring larger projects that you do want to finish. So a scene for the day, a chapter for the month, and a novel in a year. Let's talk about a little bit of scalability. There are a lot of things and projects out there that we can be doing specifically as writers. It's learning how to take the most advantage of your valuable time without focusing on something that could be done by someone else. I know basic coding, and I really enjoyed creating and crafting a website. However, there are plenty of options for templates, options through WordPress, and that means that I should be taking my time to actually be writing the blog post instead of taking the time to code and build when there's no reason that you can't find systems that work for someone else to use for you, and you really should. So for a writer, it's really advantageous to use software and tools that have already worked for other people, systems that can help you get done with your projects. So that means whether you use outlines, whether you use writing prompts, or if you then do a free writing exercise where you just write for 20 minutes without stopping, without thinking, whether it's good or bad. And that's also interesting to do with voice notes, where you can get away from the computer for a minute, use your phone as a recording device, and then just start working through some of the scenes or maybe some background information for characters that can be used later. On that note, just because one style works for my journalistic endeavors does not mean that for creative writing it necessarily works. So a reality for me is I do transcribing often. I record interviews and then I have to go through, and for me, transcribing can be very tedious. So one recommendation, if it's something that you're find maybe a little daunting, start off with short segments and record yourself and then see how it goes and transcribe. Long form pieces, at least for me, is a task that I don't always want to do. So sometimes that means it won't end up on the page. So having that kind of knowledge about maybe outlining for you just sounds like homework and you just don't want to do it. Try a little couple different systems that might work, and you'll find out quickly what doesn't. So for a blog post, might be different from a short story, might be different from a chapter in a novel you're working on. Keep that flexibility open, but it's very fun to actually find a system that works and keeps you in that hyper-focused state. Have fun with it, really switch it up. Some people work really well on a 9-to-5 schedule, and others work with 4 or 5 hour block, perhaps at night. I really like to work in the morning. Break up your writing time with maybe 20 to 30 minutes, maybe some yoga or meditation from lesson 1, and keep writing fresh. While you are writing with a goal in mind, don't be afraid to let that slide and don't let the final goal overwhelm you.